Okay, so I don't have another like weird wacky one, but I want to show off another card I got from that used card shop I talked about when we opened up the Digital Hazard one. I got two of these Radiant Gardevoirs, and I guess I want to talk about how they're psychic types. And this card was released in 2022, and I had just only recently learned that they retired the fairy type cards that came out around the time that X and Y existed, like quite some time ago. But they still haven't retired the dragon typing, which is weird since when I was a kid it was colorless. And then I was around when they first created the dragon typing, but if they were going to remove the fairy one, why didn't they just remove the dragon one as well? Because it's kind of dumb. Either way, just thought it was kind of an interesting piece of trivia to talk about real quick. Hey guys, welcome back to the backlog as well as opening Digimon booster packs. We've been doing this for, you know, a bunch of episodes just because I've had so many to do, but now I'm finally at the final pack I've got. The last pack that I got for at least a little bit is Special Release Booster 1.5. Now, I've opened Special Release like 1.0 or just 0 way back when in that unlabeled episode that's still in the playlist with all this stuff just because, you know, it was a card pack opening. I just didn't, it was so long. It's like 2 hours. But these are, I think, as far as I know, apparently different cards. It's not the same exact thing because it's marked as BT01-03. So, and I can't even find BT03 or BT02. So I'm guessing this is supposed to represent BT03 because it only really goes like special release 1 and then Great Legend is BT4. So who knows what the other ones are supposed to be, but my best guess is this. Anyway, the front of the pack shows Ragnalordmon, Imperial Dramon, Ulforce Vidramon, and Omnimon Alter S. So who knows? Maybe we'll get Altimon. Yes, Altimon. Omnimon Alter S and still keep my streak up of never getting the original Omnimon at this point, and only ever getting the variants. Those are indeed words. Variants of it. So, just my luck. Oh boy, I'm dying. That's what happens when you eat a little bit of chocolate beforehand and then accidentally breathe in too hard. You die. Anyway, whatever that means. We're here to open up some more of this stuff. So, this is my last one for a little bit. We're going to have to wait a little bit more for the other ones I ordered since they're going to take a little bit here to come here. So get out your Frozen Breeze branded, not really actually branded scissors. And we're going to go ahead and shove metal into this. Very dangerous to keep my hand near it at the same time. But, you know, if it's not dangerous, it's not the backlog. If I'm not about to hurt myself, it's not truly an episode of the backlog. Gotta hurt myself at some point. Okay, there we go. Always just got to get it started with scissors. Then you throw away the scissors so you don't hurt yourself anymore, even though you could probably hurt yourself anyway. I just love getting hurt. I actually don't. I mean, I guess there are. I was about to say, like, oh, I don't know if anybody would ever want to get hurt on purpose, but there's, like, there are such things as people who are masochists. I bet there's other people who are just, like, into getting hurt. I mean, there's people who are just okay with letting bugs sting them. Like, you've ever seen videos online with people who let, like, you know, giant bees sting them? I mean, I know they do that for the views, but I don't know anybody in their right mind who would literally just let that happen to them for nothing. Unless they are masochistic or just suicidal, I guess. So, anyway, let's open this baby up. There are 152 card types, so this is going to be a very long series since there's just so many to cover. Anyway, first card we get out of this is Black Gatomon. So let me open that one up since really no point saving it because it's just another clear one that really gains me nothing. So let's pull this out and see what its effect reads. So hopefully this is already, yeah, it's already focused. So, all right, Black Gatomon, which is a level 4 with 4,000 attack. It says, has a security saying at the end of battle, play this card without its memory cost. So, I mean, this is BTO1, so we're going to be seeing very, very basic cards that have really, really bad abilities. So, I would say that that ability is really, really boring, but, you know, it's one of the earliest packs, so you just kind of have to deal with getting some pretty bad abilities. Anyway, this one is pretty cool looking. It's the Special Box Promotion Pack, which comes with 2 cards, and it has, well, some cards I already own, but we're going to have to go over. It has, like, I have this Garurumon, there's a Were-Garurumon up here that I have, but I don't have some of these ones around here, so let me see what it says on it. You can get Garurumon, Were-Garurumon, Agumon, Greymon, or Vidramon Zero, and Kamiya V-Tamer. If you haven't heard about what that means, go back and watch when I talked about Great Awakening. I talked about, like, what that means. Anyway, I'm going to try my best to save this. You know, I've never had a good track record with saving the dash packs, just because they really don't want to be saved. They really just want you to rip it up and then just forget about it. But, you know, a good conservator always finds a way to save plastic. Now it's like people want to get rid of plastic. I'm the guy who wants to save plastic. You know, there's plastic beings out there who are starving in nowhere land. Okay, this is going to be, this could be bad. See, I've opened a hole at the very top of it, and I'm gonna try and, like, you know, save it by going backwards instead of forwards. Actually, I don't know if I can. It's not ripped in a way that would be helpful. Okay, so the only other plan is to try and rip the front of it to a point that it's not completely destroyed, and then just kind of tape it back together later. I messed it up, but, you know, I think we'll be fine. I think in the end, you'll all thank me. Okay. Can you please get the cards out of here? Could you please let me take them out? Okay, almost out. Almost out. Come on, where's it getting caught on? There we go. Alright then, well, the only part that's really messed up is this top piece, but then again, as it's my only one I have for this, it's like, not like I can choose. So it's pretty much saved. I'm going to throw it under there. Anyway, the cards we got are fucking... Alright then. Anyway, these are going to be really bad abilities since they're like beginning release, but then again, it's cool to have them anyway, so. I actually own both these cards. I got them in the release stuff. But since it's been so long ago, we'll talk about them anyway. Besides, they don't have any abilities, they just have inheritables, so really, it's going to be a very easy one to do. So we've got Garurumon Promotional, kind of just basic art, but his inheritable says, if this Digimon has Garurumon in its name, trigger draw 1. Not bad, since you could forcefully attack, but I really wish I got something different. And then I got, I guess where Garurumon has an ability. So it says, when attacking, once per turn, if a Digimon has Garurumon Digivolution card, unsuspend this Digimon. What? Oh, in its Digivolution cards. You're going to run into sometimes they haven't figured out how to write the abilities all that well, but I understand what that means. If it has Garurumon in its Digivolution cards, unsuspend them. So, double attacker, which kind of mixes well with his draw 1 ability that the regular Garurumon has. So, we also need to push these guys out of the way. So, not bad. And then his inheritable says, while you have 8 or more cards in your hand, this Digimon gains security attack +1. So, pretty self-explanatory in that way. Not bad cards, but I really wish I could have gotten the other ones, because I've already had those cards before. Anyway, these packs do different designs. There's actually 3, 4 different designs. So, there's one with everybody that was on the front of the thing. There's one with just Omnimon Alter S. There's one with Paildramon on it. And there's also one with just Ulforce Vidramon. So the mission is to try and save all of those. I don't know how well that's going to work out. But anyway, after showing those off, I'm just going to throw them back in there. Anyway, let's open up our first pack. So the Ulforce Vidramon one, I'm going to try and save it. There's a hero inside of you, and he wants to be saved. Also, I just read that there's 3 secret rares in this pack. So, don't know how well that's going to go. Gotta love it when they just don't rip off. Okay. Okay. Just trying to save this thing. Because I have a lot less chances than I usually do, with the knowledge that I don't have many of these packs. Okay. Come on. Don't you love it when it doesn't rip correctly? The back just does not want to come out. It's falling to the same problem that the Dash Pack had. And again, this is at the bottom where it's less of a problem, I guess. So anyway, I'm gonna rip like that. Rip like hell, boys. Alright. I think I've saved it. Oh, these guys have the memory gauges beneath them, so we're going to be running into that. I don't think they'll have the same rip, but not on the front art, so I ain't going to complain. Please let the cards out. Who let the cards out? I did. Oh no, they're coming out of my asshole. Alright, there we go. So, kind of messed up, as you can see, but if I realign everything, pretty much saved. So, the only thing is there's a little tear on the side, but hell, that's like better than the entire thing getting fucked up, so I'm going to say that that was pretty damn saved. So, throwing that into there. Anyway, I love it when my dogs start barking like crazy people. Alright. I love it when I hear them, like, just, you know, attacking. Don't know who they're attacking, but they love the screams of their enemies. You can hear him. I guess you can't hear him. It's like right when I want you to hear his noises, Diggle just says, nah. Anyway. First card we got is Arctic Blizzard with Vikemon on it, so that's pretty cool. He's just, well, the Arctic Blizzard attack never made any sense to me, because he, like, shoots out ice, and then he breaks the ice. But you never really see the ice hit anybody, at least in try, so it's like, it's a strange attack. Anyway, Arctic Blizzard's ability is main, choose one Digivolution card of your opponent's Digimon and trash it. Then one of your Digimon gets plus 2000 DP. And security is just adding to your hand. Very, very, very basic card that you probably wouldn't run, but it's cool to have anyway. Alright, what's up next? We got Agumon Black. I guess somehow there's wood at a volcano? I don't know how that works. There's just like a log. There's another log right behind him. I don't know how wood's there and not just being instantly be melted, but okay. Anyway, there's no ability or inheritable, and you'll notice it doesn't call him Black Agumon. It never really refers to rookies as their alternatives. It just refers to them as the main species. So it's Black Agumon in my mind, but in the card game, it's just Agumon. So basic card. All right, we got ourselves a Commandramon, and even back during 1.5, they still referred to him as D Brigade. So even back then, D Brigade was a thing. It's Commandramon with an assault rifle, just kind of standing next to all of his brothers. So basic card. We're going to be running into a lot of basic cards. Alright, we've got a Psychmon. You never really think of Psychmon as a black-colored Digimon, because it's not really a machine, but Psychmon's just kind of hanging out. Yeah, there's Psychmon, Black Gabumon, and then Gabumon. But Psychmon isn't like purple Gabumon. He's got a different name, so I don't know why they don't name everybody something different, but, you know, he turns into Belphamon sometimes, so interesting. Man, we're going to run into a lot of cards that just have no effects just because it's early Digimon. Anyway, we've got Lavorvomon. being the evolution of Vorvomon, one of the Lynx dragons. He's just kind of hanging out on top of lava and just, existing. I guess the only thing I've got to talk about is like their normal stats. Like I guess he's got 6,000, so that's not bad, but then again, not good. So, ooh, now we got Duramon, the mega level of Zubamon. He has no effect, but his inheritable. No, this is the ultimate level of Zubamon. The mega is Durandamon, and Duramon's inheritable says, while this Digimon is level 7, it gains security attack +1. That is extremely niche, and that would only ever really work with Ragna Lordmon. And back then, during this, Ragna Lordmon's not DNA Digivolve, so hard target to ask for, but okay. Next up, we got Beast Cyclone, which has Crest Garurumon throwing down its spear. And its ability says, main, all of your Digimon with blocker or reboot gain security attack +1 for the turn. So that's pretty good, since way back when, like, Black was only really about that whole, like, blocker and reboot stuff. So this is not a bad card for, like, early set Digimon. And it has a very cool art. Alright, ooh. Ooh, this is a different Digimon. This is the champion level of Psychmon. Now, it may kind of throw you off. It's like, wait, it's Garurumon, but there's no A. Well, this is a completely different Digimon, even though he looks the exact same. He is Gururumon. Not Garurumon, he's Gururumon. And he looks almost exactly like him in this picture. He looks almost exactly like Garurumon. But usually he's meant to be shown with, like, a little bit lighter colors, or his stripes are gray. So this just makes him look like mischievous for some reason. Like he's standing in the area at the very end of World 1, like Infinity Mountain with the ground being all weird. So anyway, Gururumon's ability says, security, at the end of battle, play this card without paying its memory cost. So a lot like the Black Gatomon card we got at the very beginning. I guess these are like early types of like giving somebody security, so you're just going to see very basic effects. Anyway, we got Porumon, the in-training level of Hawkmon, and its ability is, or its inheritable is, when attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 1000 DP or less. That is so niche, I don't think it would ever be used, but interesting nonetheless. What is this? Oh, we got Valkyriemon, the mega level of Sylphimon, and he's only 9,000 for a mega. Damn. He is almost completely useless. But then again, he's useless in pretty much any game he's in, because he's just such a boring mega. Anyway, his ability says, when Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4,000 or less, and when attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4,000 or less. Not bad deletion effects, since you could definitely annihilate most of their champions and rookies. Just the only problem is he can't fight anything. Like if you were to try and do security attacks with him, he would die to any mega. So that is a pretty dog shit card. We got ourselves an Edamon. Gotta love my man Elvis. He's just rocking out with like, I think that's Volcanomon right behind him, just hanging out. Anyway, even back then, rares did not look the same as new rares. Rares look like foil. The only thing foil about rares back then were just that they have a foil border. So, interesting. Anyway, Edamon's ability says blocker, and then on deletion, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. You may play one level 6 Digimon with Edamon and its names among them without paying the memory cost. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. That seems like a pretty... Also, it even says BT3 on these cards. Why does it say BT013 on the box, but it says BT3 on the cards? I don't know. Just strange. Anyway, that seems like a pretty modern ability, and it's a pretty powerful one. Just being able to play a level 6 out of 5 cards on the top of your deck, but you really need to stack the deck for that to happen. So, kind of a very, hard card to use. Alright, we got one of the Royal Knights. We got Craniumon, whose shield, I guess, still looks broken after Marcus punched the fuck out of him. Because remember, Marcus, I always fuck up their names. Marcus punched Craniomon's shield so hard it broke, which is literally made out of black Digizoid, which is one of the most strongest materials in the digital world, so I have no clue how he did that. Anyway, Craniomon's ability says blocker. There's even cards behind him. So I guess they don't order them correctly like they did later. He's got blocker and then alterns. Your Digimon with blocker can't be deleted by opponent's effects. So not bad, but then again, not great. Oh yeah, because I forgot that they add the booster things. And they just put memory things, and then they mark all the cards that are in the booster. It doesn't show off all the cards. It shows off that Blackboard Greymon is a secret rare. They got Grand Kuwagamon, Old Force Veedramon, Shine Greymon, Ragnalordmon, Blitz Greymon are all super rares. But then again, this isn't the only index card you can get more. So anyway, let's open up the next pack. This one is also an Old Force Veedramon pack, so I can rip this baby up without really caring, since I already saved the thing. It's got another one of these memory counters. So next up, we've got, make sure that's seeable. Yep. All right, we got Cherry Blast with Cherrymon just throwing his balls at everybody. The ability says suspend all your opponent's Digimon with 6,000 DP or less. And security says just to activate the main effect. Not a very good one for 4, I would say. There's a lot cheaper ones that will be a whole lot better. Next up, we got Raiji Ludomon, the ultimate level of Ludomon, one of the legendary arms. Has no ability, and I guess it's just the counterpart to what's it called? Duramon. And its inheritance says, when attacking, if this Digimon is level 7, trigger D-Digivolve on one of your opponent's Digimon. Okay. Very basic ability, but I do like the art. It's like he's in like the digital world and stuff, so not bad, but then again, not great. All right. We've got Kunamon holding one of the Digi-Shrooms from Digimon World 1. I'm guessing this is where you try to get like Kunamon down from the tree in World 1. Either way, he's got an okay amount of DP for a rookie, but is like got no ability, so I can't really give him much more than that. We have a Biomon, whose ability says, on deletion, if it's your turn, gain 1 memory. Yeah, they definitely needed to put a your turn and on deletion if they wanted to put it on there. But we can kind of see the evolution of how effects were, like, labeled. Other than that, it's just Biomon taking a fucking nap, which is pretty weird. Anyway, we've got Meramon. I think I actually have this card. But it's a purple Meramon just kind of walking through the fire. I guess if we wanted to relate it to World 1 again, it's like when he was on fire, you had to kill him because he was too hot. But other than that, he's a champion with 5,000, which isn't even that great. So another kind of boring champion. I do have purple cards. They're all the way over there. We've already seen this Commandramon. All right, now we've got the Bifrost. So this is Kentosaurusmon or Slaelfsmon. Or Slaefmon? Its other name is weird, but I can say Kentosaurusmon a lot easier. Anyway, another Royal Knight. And its ability says, main, one of your opponent's Digimon gets negative 3,000 and security attack -1 until your opponent's next turn. And then for security, it's the same thing, but it's only for this turn. So, not as useful. He is just like firing his crossbow at it, but it's kind of a strange looking card. All right, so next, we've got another of the Faker. All right, we got Birdramon. Very strange art. I've never seen like Birdramon's fire for feathers or whatever kind of be just like look like that, be portrayed like that. So interesting looking. But its ability says when attacking, when this Digimon attacks a player, it gets plus 4,000 for the turn. So I guess that's why it's a 3,000 DP champion. It's not even worth anything, I'd say. Not something you'd want to run in a modern deck. Maybe if you were playing, like, format. Like, you'd want to play, like, BT3 format only. Maybe it might be something passable, but I wouldn't say it would be much better. Alright, we got the Ray of Victory. So it's Old Force Veedramon using, well, the Old Force to attack us. So it says, main, return one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon to their hand. Trash all Digivolution cards. Then if you have a blue tamer in play, unsuspend one Digimon. That's not bad. Like, just deleting an ultimate can be pretty worth it. And then unsuspending would be great. But I'd really only use it when I'd have enough memory so that I can attack twice in a turn. And then for security, it just says to activate the main effect. So good, but you wouldn't be able to activate the. You wouldn't be able to take much advantage of the other side. Anyway, we got ourselves a Vmon, who's like using its V headbutt just to hit a rock that fell on it. So I guess he's just clumsy as fuck and didn't know watch where he was going. Anyway, the only thing he's got is jamming, but this isn't bad since, you can use it on armor Digimon, I guess. Next up, we got Arrow Vidramon, and it's pretty cool art. He's just flying, smashing something, I guess. His ability says, when Digivolving, if you have a blue tamer in play, unsuspend one of your blue Digimon. And his inheritance says, your turn, when this Digimon becomes unsuspended during your main phase, it gains jamming for the turn. During your main phase, though. So not during unsuspend phase. It's like clearing it out. So only if you can attack twice does it give you jamming. I'd rather it just give you jamming if you become unsuspended at all, but We got like Craniumon so far, so that's kind of worth something. Anyway, next up is the one with like Pyildramon, Stingmon, and XVmon. So another of the saving must happen. Just trying to... Come on. Come on. You have to pull on like the middle thing to try and trigger it to open up. Okay. Well, that wasn't bad. Kind of made like a big old tear on the back. But then again, the back is not what's being looked at most of the time. Just kind of make sure that the front doesn't look like crud. Alright. Alright. Back's good. Or the one side is good. There we go. A little bit of tearing, but it's so small I wouldn't really say it would really matter. Like, now it's like the bottom kind of looks a little bit messed up, but when you put it in the right way, it looks fine. So let me pull out all the cards, and I'm going to throw this underneath with everything else. So, anyway, we've got the other memory gauge. It's green. Wonder if they all have different memory gauges. This one puts the two secret rares as Imperialdramon Dragon Mode and Omnimon Alter S. Probably out of those, I'd probably want Alter S the most. Okay. And the other super rares are Cirrusmon, which is from Survive, as far as I know. Because I haven't ever gotten to the point where she shows up. Then Imperialdramon Dragon Mode again, Crescarurumon, and Craniumon. Really, I'd want like Cirrusmon and then maybe Omnimon Alter S. Literally, I don't think Omnimon's even in this pack, so it's another one of those, oh, I literally cannot get that card kind of thing. So anyway, let's get a move on, though. We got ourselves a Penguinmon who's running away from, I'm guessing, yeah, it's Belucomon. And it's using a curling iron? Not a curling iron, just a curling puck to slide around, I guess. What's that other Digimon on the far left? I don't know. Some kind of maybe Metal Mamemon looking motherfucker? I can't really tell what it is, but maybe you could tell me. I don't know. Anyway, has no effect, but 5,000 for a champion for a rookie isn't bad. I wouldn't say it's horrible. Now we've got Antilamon and 8,000 champion, kind of middle of the road. It's kind of like running around like one of those. It reminds me of like a battle area from Xenoverse 1, like Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1, where there's a bunch of just tall pillars you could fight around. But I forget what the area is even called, so I can't even come up with like, oh, it's called this. It's this one. Kind of a basic card as well. Oh, we got Mummymon, and his ability says, when attacking, you may play 3 memory to play 1 Malomyotismon from your trash without paying its memory cost. Then delete this Digimon. So kind of like Digivolving, but kind of like going over it, I guess. Either way, it's a pretty cool art. He's just kind of like jumping up with his like giant blaster he carries on his arm. So pretty cool looking card, and not a bad ability. Let's see, throw that over there. I just got a text. I got a text. Alright, somebody's just coming over, so we gotta finish this up episode up fast. Anyway, we got Aquilamon. I always forgot what the attack is called for them, just because I've only ever seen the second half of Adventure 2 once. That was a couple of years ago. I really need to rewatch more Digimon, but got too many cards to open, man. Maybe after we're done with these cards I can do that. But Aquilamon's Inheritable says, when attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 2000 DP or less. Very basic, I would say. Very basic. Got ourselves a Zuba Eagermon, the champion level of Zubamon, and instead of saying 20 now, it says, or 02, it says 20 now. Strange. Unless it also says 20 on Zubamon, in which I don't know. Anyway, his Inheritable says, unless Digimon is level 7, it gains security attack plus 1. So it's the same thing as Duramon, so security attack 3. Pretty good, even this early in the game's lifetime. Alright, we got a Jewel Beamon, 10,000 for an ultimate. That's more than Valkyriemon, so you're doing better than even a Mega is, Jewel Beamon. Having 10,000 for an ultimate, like this early in the format, that's pretty good. The sad part is that it has no ability and no inheritance, but I'm guessing it's just because it's got that high of DP. Alright, we've got Positron Laser. Not Gigadeath, Positron Laser. And it's like one of the main attacks of Imperial Dramon. And the ability says, up to 2 of your opponent's Digimon can't attack or block until the end of your opponent's next turn. Then if you have a blue Digimon in play, return one of your opponent's suspended Digimon to the owner's hand. Kind of like a better version of Gigadeath, which is like another option card that Imperial Dramon uses. Then security says, up to 2 of your opponent's Digimon can't be attacked for the turn. Then if you have a blue Digimon in play, one of your opponent's suspended Digimon returns to the hand. So it's, instead of just saying activate main, it's just retelling the same thing. Probably a little bit of a mess up. Anyway, the next one's called Hidden Potentials Discovered. And it shows like Stingmon like being fawned over by a bunch of entrainings. And Kunamon's like wondering how did he become like a little piece of piss and then turn into a pretty cool guy. So the ability says, it's for 0 actually. It says, the next time one of your green Digimon digivolves this turn, you may suspend one of your Digimon to reduce the memory cost of the Digivolution by 5. So that would actually be pretty damn good, just to like make a Mega free maybe. And then it just says for security, add this to your hand. So that's not a bad card. I'd say that's actually pretty good. Alright, we got Argomon, in training form, since there's so many versions of Argomon. That reminds me from 2020, like Adventure 2020, where they're like the first boss and they just a bunch of weird squid monsters. Anyway, Argomon's Inheritable says, your turn when this Digimon becomes unsuspended during your unsuspend phase, gain 1 memory. So pretty much get an extra memory every turn. Not bad. Next up, we've got Clavis Angemon, or as I always remembered him as CV Angemon, because I always grew up with World DS, and they never said his full name. So Clavis Angemon's ability says, when attacking, if you have 3 or fewer security cards, one of your opponent's Digimon gets negative 6,000 for the turn. That's a pretty good, like, downsizing effect, especially since most champions of this era have less than 6,000. But I don't know if the rule of if you hit 0, you die existed in this format, so I don't know. Either way, very strange art, not great art. Anyway, we got ourselves a Malomyotismon, which is what Mummymon was talking about. Pretty cool art. I think I do have other I have Malomyotismon's, like, option cards. And as you can see, he's got eyes on his dick. Which definitely means he sees you when he's fucking you. Anyway, his ability says he has piercing, and then when another Digimon is deleted, gain 1 memory. So, not bad. You get memory for attacking, I guess. For attacking Digimon, and you already get piercing on top of it. And the last card for this pack we got is Stingmon. So Stingmon has no ability, but his Inheritable reads, your turn once per turn. When this Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon in battle and survives, gain 1 memory. So, I mean, that's good, just to attack and get memory out of it. That's like the best ability out of a lot of these cards we've seen so far, but really, you should probably add piercing on top of that, and that's why most Stingmon cards have piercing in it anyway, so I don't know. Either way, I think we've actually gone through like 3 packs this time. That's faster than we usually do in these first episodes, just because there's not that many abilities to even talk about. But I need to get going to help out a friend with something. So next time on opening Digimon booster packs, we're going to go ahead and get some more, save some more plastic, because you know me, I love plastic. And I'll see you guys next time.